So then we get to the 6-2, very difficult story of being this perfection, especially on the left angle cross of cycles. And it starts with the line of selectivity, the ingrained responsibility, a Saturnian line, in terms of maintaining security and personal identity that will naturally restrict its relationships to ones that are all mutually beneficial. The detriment is a generally benefic and expensive nature that assumes that it can instill what is otherwise missing in its partner. It's called a waste of energy in maintaining relationships with hinder ambition. It's all about what is beneficial. I'm a five. I will teach anything. That's been my experience. I will teach idiots. I will teach geniuses because fives are stupid that way. Six don't do that. At least they're not supposed to do that. In other words, the nature of the six is that the six is only here when it's beneficial and mutually beneficial. Yeah, very difficult when I'm trying to educate the world here. What's benefiting me? The role model, the example, the trusted leader. They will only be that for you if it's beneficial to them. Otherwise, what's the point? When you see the 6 in the 59-6, you get the whole story. You're always looking for that incredible soulmate at any level. You want the person at the counter at the supermarket to be your supermarket counter person soulmate. You want them all to be your soulmates. It's perfect for you. Perfect beings to give and take you. You step into the aura and there's no pollution, there's no disease, there's no problem, it's clean. You get to pull in and pull out. If they ask for something, they're not taking anything from you, and on and on. Six have their thing. After all, they have better vision than any of the rest of us. They see differently. First, they see inside the forest so that they meet all the trees and the rock and the garbage and all of the sun. And then they climb up on the hill, and then they watch the top of the forest. They see a world that others don't see. And in seeing that world that the others don't see, they begin to recognize that most of interaction with the others is a waste of energy. I can tell you how much energy I've saved in giving up chit chat in the last 18 years of my life. It's amazing what chit chat costs. I don't mind very casual, very quick, hello, how are you? It's normal, it's polite. But this business of chatting about nonsense, just filling up in the air, that's what you get to notice about these conversations. That there's always a place in those conversations where you get into something or the other gets into something that takes away energy into a whole direction that isn't worthwhile. The six clearly recognizes this. The 60 on this cross is selectivity. It says, I'm not a role model for everyone. You cannot just step into me. I'm only going to be an ambition role model for those that I can work with. It's where it's mutually beneficial. And what's so interesting is the five says, I'm going to help you the less advantage. And the six says, I only want to help those who can be my equal. And there you see the whole transition in the way in which humanity is destined to be educated. Yeah, I wasted a lot of my time with my visions and my instruction. Nobody understands what's going on. I'm coming from a whole different point. Anyway, this five as an example at the end of its time and the emergence of the six coming is where the whole business of teaching the other is mutually beneficial process. In other words, the six is only going to teach those that can teach it. Otherwise, what's the point? So there's a great lesson to be seen here about the nature of the six and particularly what that time of the roof means. The time of the roof is about selectivity, and it's probably one of the most important keynotes we can have for six when they're off the roof. So yeah, I need to be very selective in those people, and there's really no people around me right now that understand me or that I can teach. So, where are the wise people? Are you hacked enough already? Are you scrambled enough to see through the life? Anyway, the sixth tree. The sixth tree with the 54 is very excited. It says, what have I seen in my life? I've seen that you can't find purpose in your life by being rich. Life's a bitch. It's better to be rich. That's one philosophy. The other philosophy that you can be holy, you can be devotee, you can be spiritual being, and you can be somebody who dictates their life to a higher value, a higher purpose, a higher importance. The sixth tree looks at all of that and looks across and sees the 61-1. And it says, can we hold off for one more moment? Maybe there's some truth out there, and then we can really see what it's all about. It's a dream of the 63 that they're not stuck with this or that because they're not good at either. They're not good at the material. They're not good at the spiritual. They're too damn pessimistic. Are you too damn pessimistic? That not self pessimism is so deep, I'm never going to be rich. So I'm always going to have to deal with the trial and error difficulties of what this life represents. I'm never going to really reach God because I see it doesn't seem to be working. I've been praying every day. I go and do my thing every week. I'm a good person. I'm holy. And I look at the world and it's ugly. And Uncle Joe just died and he was only 46. The sixth tree says, maybe over there. So one of the things you notice on the six trees on this cross is that the only ambition that they have is truth. That it is just truth. That's their ambition. Is that true, six trees? Let me know. Well, we're almost there, guys. Ooh, two more to go. Much love.